Hello, friends, and welcome back to The Wolf Among Us, where, after that little episode last time around, I wasn't sure what I was going to do with myself, and it's just not quite late enough in the night for me to go to bed. So, I wasn't sure whether I wanted to do this or not, but I'm settling on it, and I may or may not release this. I will release it, who am I kidding? If I'm recording it, I'm releasing it. We're gonna go back through episode 5, and I'm gonna make some decisions that I didn't make before, and we're gonna see how they play out. Because I need to know. This is just too much of a mess for me not to give it another try. I don't mean that out of derision or anything like that. I need to see. There's some choices I want to make that I don't want to be in my canon playthrough, but this game's just too weird not to give it a try.
You must be tired.
Especially with the new context that we have now.
And if my envoys are correct, you haven't had a lot of rest recently.
I may not go. I don't really intend to go all the way through this, but
for a moment, will you?
it may not be any faster to skip around.
Do you want a drink? Something to eat? Vivian makes a very nice, it's elegant. Really, a carpaccio. It's lobster, sirloin.
What a
I'm here for
jumble
one
of
reason,
fucking
and
words.
it's not to eat your fucking food.
Really?
Yeah.
Why was that not subtitled?
What do you think you're doing?
He's gonna.
Mr. Wolf is our guest, and I have every intention of cooperating.
He's gonna what?
So don't waste the silver. Sit down, Jersey.
They didn't explain why he has
Well,
her gun
Sheriff.
either.
For the sake of transparency, why don't you tell us why you're here?
Hold on.
It would help
Fuck, I
settle
didn't
everyone's
check.
nerves, I think.
You forget what happened at the Pudding and Pie. You and your goons tried to kill me.
I didn't look at the
Truly sorry
packet
for that
of
whole
cigarettes
debacle.
again.
It was not my intention to put you or Miss White in any sort of danger. My wish
It
was
looked like
merely to
Huff
take
and Puffs,
Crane,
though.
Sheriff. And as soon as the assignment grew out of control, I put a stop to it. I know that doesn't change what happened to you, and I can only offer my sincerest apologies.
I don't really give a shit if you're sorry, crooked man.
No, I understand, of course. And I hope you believe me when I say, Sheriff, that I sincerely mean to make it up to you. The recent murders that have gotten such attention as of late, I don't relish telling you that they were perpetrated by an employee of mine. It's a very unfortunate bit of business, but I promise you that the matter will be dealt with internally. I just want to settle the issue for you, and to assure you that it's over with.
I already know who did it.
Forgive me, Sheriff, for doubting your acumen, but who do you think committed these crimes? It's been a long couple of days for you.
It was Georgie, all right?
Well done, Sheriff. I'm sorry I doubted you. However, like I said, I'll be handling the
Wow.
matter if you don't
Real
mind.
dismissive.
Yeah, I killed him, so what? You should have just kept your nose where it fucking belonged.
Why'd you do it? Why kill them?
Does it matter?
Look, the fact is, George here misinterpreted one of my instructions.
Misinterpreted?
And I want to make things right. So, let's work something out.
What's there to work out? I'm protected, aren't I?
Your protection has limits, and I think you've far exceeded yours. That you could murder someone in cold blood like that.
You fucking asked me to do this.
And then
you told me
attempt
to
to
kill
blame
him.
me for it. You will be silent while we discuss what to do with you.
This is right bollocks, this. You're just gonna let him do this?
So what do you say, Sheriff? Can we discuss terms? You can have Georgie. Consider it a gift, ensuring our continued cooperation.
What the hell?
Take this fucker. Take all of them. I didn't fucking
Don't
start
make
this.
any trouble, Georgie.
Are you seriously throwing me under the fucking carriage?
I don't
deals.
care to seal
It's
what
over,
if you
so get up.
I don't care to see what
Advise
happens if you
against
try and
that
deal.
approach, Bigby.
You can't just hand me over. What the fuck is this shit? You said you'd cover for us.
For
It
minor
doesn't play out any
infractions,
different anyway.
Not murder.
Just go with him, Georgie. You're gonna sink us all.
What's wrong with you people? You're really gonna sell him out just like
You
that?
think I give a fuck if I'm the one? Who the shit do you think you fuckers are?
surrender.
Fuck out of
I
here.
do apologize, Sheriff.
Man, those
but I think
tattoos
it's
are
best if you
shit.
leave now.
There's no way I'm going with him. Are you kidding me?
Things are about to get unpleasant, and I would rather you weren't here to watch.
You can go join that whore at the bottom of the lake for all I give a shit. But he's not taking me anywhere. I'll roll
is-
over on the lot of you before I let that shit happen.
What are you saying?
Yeah, what the fuck? You're gonna make sure we all go down this shitter with you?
I told you.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do
I'm
it.
out of patience, crooked man. I don't have time to fuck around here.
This could have gone so well.
It's just gonna
But you
play out
just
the same,
had to
isn't it?
Complicate things. To speak the truth, I've never been a very good mediator. Why negotiate when you can just decide?
Apparently grab doesn't mean grab.
Did I miss anything good? Well, look at you, all fixed up.
How did Georgie get behind me in the first place? That doesn't even make sense in terms of the blocking. Let's do this one this time. I guess it just skips the interaction with Tweedle, whoever. I wonder what happens if I don't do that. Presumably they still go through the portal.
I'd like to say it was nice knowing you, but I'll be glad to see her.
You know what?
inside
Let's just see
turned
what
out.
happens if I don't do this. Okay, it's just a game over. So I have to stab Georgie. Now where are you gonna put this fucking checkpoint?
You're done, Wolf.
Oh, right there. Okay.
We're pretty much done here.
It doesn't matter who I pick.
I'd like to say it was nice knowing you, but I'll be glad to see her insides turned out.
What if I don't do this? I've taken stabs before. Why is this one so... I don't know. I'm not actually surprised by this. That's half the reason I'm trying it, is because I'm assuming it's not good. I have to say, I admit that they don't set... I have to say, I appreciate that they don't set me back a whole bunch. It's one interaction, basically. Oh, God. So that one didn't matter. It just hurt. Direction doesn't matter. What if I don't do this? Doesn't matter, because he's not going to come back anyway. So that's all I care about for the first bit here. This one, I want to see what happens if I choose the other car. However, I also want to see what the alternate options are for the discussion with Vivian and Georgie. And I'm not sure when I should do that. It might be easier just to pick it after the fact. I don't know, maybe it doesn't change anything. So, I'll pick the limousine this time. Something tells me it's not going to change the, Why do those buses crash into each other, for fuck's sake? That was totally unrelated to me. That was just a contrivance for the... Sort of wanted to go over that thing, but I forgot. Wanted to try every alternate option. I like how there's no repercussions for showing myself as the Wolfman in the middle of the night like this. No long term, at least. Never comes up again. I think it's safe to assume that if I fail these, it's just gonna set me back and make me do them again. But there's no distinction between, like, there's no visual or instructional distinction between, between what is a choice and what is a pass-fail. Right? What? Is this a fail state? This is weird. I didn't think we were gonna go straight there, but also... Wow. I mean, I made the joke early... Oh, and then he gets the shirt from nowhere. I made the joke earlier about how they just went to the pudding pie, which doesn't change how... Doesn't change your findings anyway. Let's see if I can actually listen this time instead of walking up. I think because it's a combination of click on the thing you want to choose and also navigate with the arrow, or, well, with WASD, that I fucked up.
No.
So, let's just listen.
What am I gonna do now, eh, Vivian? What the fuck do you expect me to do? Oh, this is it for me. You know that. Nothing left. No way I'm walking out of here. Shit. I didn't mean... Everything just got so fucked. What were we supposed to do?
Were they in this configuration before? They weren't, were they? Is her... Oh, her head's already off. Wow. That I did not expect.
You're too late, Bigby.
That's a
She's
change.
dead.
What the fuck happened, Georgie?
What's it look like? I'm really not in the mood, Bigby. So why don't you just fuck off?
But I already know, so
Stop
what's...
talking, Georgie.
What's the point here? Why are you doing this? Everybody's such an asshole that they won't give up their own story.
With a piece of shit like you. So just leave me the fuck alone.
You're gonna fucking tell me why you did this.
I didn't do shit to her. She killed herself. She did it. Just pulled her ribbon off, right there. Didn't fucking matter what I said. She always did what she wanted. She just... right in front of me.
Why the hell would she do that?
She said she'd had enough. She couldn't live with what she'd done.
I'm shocked
She's
that
the
if you don't
original
walk in
Bigby.
immediately,
The
this is
girl
what
with the
happens.
ribbon. Couldn't take it off. Couldn't talk about it. We used hers to make the rest. It started as part of the gimmick, right? Discretion is our guarantee. You know, she came up with that. It was her idea. Whoever thought it would end this way? Fuck.
It was her idea. What do you mean? Why would she want to be involved in this?
It all starts the same way for all of us. We come here to escape, but all we find is even more shit. What were we supposed to do? We needed a way to make a living. Figured this was as good as any, but then everything went to shit. This was just the final.
Somehow,
fucking
without
straw.
their bickering, this is
She's not
a much
responsible for
sadder
making a living.
scene.
What what her ribbons did to them.
And he's a
Said she'd
prick.
rather die on her own terms.
But he's still delivering it
Something
better
good.
than the two of them
Or
did.
at least something
Somehow.
close to it. So she ended it. Oh, it didn't matter if that left me to deal with this fucking mess. We promised we'd look out for each other. So what the fuck is this? Just leaving me here?
You couldn't stop her? There had to be a way.
No. Look, I know you think it's my fault. That I killed him for some twisted pleasure of mine. But I did what I had to. You don't always get a choice. Sometimes you just have to do what you're told. And then it comes back to bite you in the ass because some good-for-nothing crooked bastard decides you're not worth shit anymore.
How is this the more
You didn't
compelling
have to do
version of
anything.
this?
Like hell I didn't. Some of the girls
The part where we
decided
don't
pull
get to
the
know
runners.
anything about her, except by
The crooked man
proxy.
didn't want to get his fucking hands dirty. So he told me to take care of it. You think I don't know what that means? Either I do what he says, or I'm the one getting dealt with. I had to do it. The crooked man gave the order. He told me to kill those girls. And then he fucking sold me out. None of this would have happened if it wasn't for that bastard.
I can't let you off the hook. I'm taking you in.
Oh, fuck!
Get up. Get up!
Don't think so, Bigby. I'm gonna die here. I think we both know that. Just make sure you give the crooked man the same treatment when you find him. Really fuck him up for me, all right?
Don't worry about the crooked man.
Old foundry by the river, all right? Shepherd Metalworks. He'll be there. Fucking asshole.
Is there a way to save her? To have her not...
wanna finish me off now?
I mean, how... Is there any way for
Or do you
the
plan to
ending
kick
to
me around
play
the room
out, for the
first?
trial to
Rip
play
my
out,
arms
if
off one by
Narissa
one?
can't
That's what
talk?
you want to do, right? Well, whatever it is, just get it over with.
Fuck it.
Ah, shit, stop!
God,
Fuck,
that's
just
evil.
Stop! At least you're consistent.
That's not consistent at all. That's
No
the
more games, all
evilest thing
right.
I've done in this
We both
game.
know how this ends. Just make it quick.
I'm reloading this scene because I have something... I want to try to save her. I need to know how that plays. If it plays.
What? You're just gonna leave me here?
You'll have plenty of time to think about what you've done.
Oops, sorry. Bumped the mic again.
Fuck you,
No, he won't. He'll be dead in minutes.
piece of shit.
I mean, he's lost a ton of blood, and he's getting sepsis, and, like, he's fucked. He's multiple kinds of fucked. Okay. Let's go back. And I want to reload on that scene and see what happens if I intercept and try and... Oh, unless the game... It was frozen for a minute. Okay. I guess this is it. I can't save... Yeah, I can save over this. Yeah. It's an interesting sequence of choices for... I appreciate that they don't just, like, immediately overwrite whatever you've done. But
Fuck, no. No, no, no.
this is actually handled better than I anticipated.
What am I gonna do now, Aiden?
I don't know why they have two systems for that, because you can either press... What? Oh, no, it's because of the last scene. It's not because of how quick I went through the door.
You're too late, Big.
That's fascinating. That I didn't think they... Because I jumped on the limo, I was out, And so they came, had the argument on their own, and then she killed herself. Interesting. Of course, there's only 4 save files. Or maybe it only creates new save files as I demand them.
Come on, Georgie.
Oh, shit.
I know.
I still don't really understand what her purpose is. Beyond the mechanical contrivance of the ribbons. What is with these buses? I mean, I know it's New York City and everybody drives like a jackass. Should be, instead it should be, it should be 2 taxis instead. Have you ever been in a taxi in New York City? That is a moment when it doesn't matter how religious you are, you pray. God, what? They even, so here's the thing. You saw before, and you'll see it again. When you get the choice of which car to jump on, the limo is much smaller and much more hidden option. Like it's really shoved into the corner there, so it's not the option they want you to take. But also, how the fuck would Bigby know which car is the crooked man is in? But anyway. That's really just for show, right? So it's as soon as you smash the windshield, so the side windows don't matter. The game appears to not want you to take the limo choice at all. So why even have it? What happens if I get hit by the car here?
Gun it.
Are you sure?
Do it.
I'm sure that it's a fail state,
Not moving.
but let's just try it. Wow. I did not think there'd be a choice here. Oh, so it ends in the same point. Again, the difference between failure states and choice states is not indicated in any way.
Come on.
Right. Fuck it.
Oh, the tie is on the line. I was wrong. It's still goofy, just in a different way. Alright. Let's see if we can... if there is a way to make her survive.
Come on. We can't stay here.
Hang on. I need a minute.
Okay.
Well, now that we know it's...
Can you stand up? It's okay. Take your time. Slowly.
It's no fucking use. No way I'm walking out of here. Well, it won't be your fault. It'll all... Oh, fuck.
Here. It's gonna be...
Shit. Hello, Bigby. I hoped you'd come to your senses.
I almost feel bad for the guy. I did in the first case as well, but like...
But of course, you're too much of an idiot to see that. Or maybe you just like me too much to let me go. That it, Sheriff? Had to say goodbyes first.
So what are the options that allow her to not hate herself
Please,
so much
Sheriff.
and just end it?
Haven't you done enough? Look at him. He's dying.
Vivian, you don't know what you're doing.
I'm trying to help you here.
Just leave it alone.
Is it
Kill
just their
you.
argument that kills
You're okay
her?
with that?
There's no change in his mind now. Sheriff's always right, isn't he?
But he's wrong. Bigby, stop for a second. Please.
I haven't done anything.
It isn't his fault.
He's a murderer. Faith and Lily, he's the reason they're dead.
Look, I know he made a few mistakes. We all have.
What?
He made sure they couldn't talk with those damn ribbons, and then he killed them. You're wearing one yourself. Doesn't that bother you even a little, knowing that man murdered...
Of course it does. Those girls.
So
were
it's
like-
all my fucking fault then?
I
You
didn't mean-
fucking... Ah! You're gonna throw me to the fucking wolf too? You know I didn't have a goddamn choice. What the fuck?
This is sure sounding like it all
I
happens
did what I
without
had
me.
to. You can't fucking blame me for that.
Look, I'm
Sometimes you just have to do what you're told. Then it comes back to bite you in the ass because some good-for-nothing crooked bastard decides you're not worth shit anymore. Ah!
Georgie.
Look, Faith and the others tried to pull a run on us. And as you can imagine, the crooked man wasn't too thrilled. But of course, the big boss didn't want to get his fucking hands dirty. So he told me to take care of it. You think I don't know what that means? Either I do what he says or I'm the one getting dealt with. So I fucking killed him. And I'd do it again.
See, now going through this again and not processing it at the time really brings to the front like just how absurd this is relative to the initial like what was happening in episodes 1 and 2, right? There was no indication at any point, and there always should be when you, at least in some capacity, when you're doing good writing, there was no indication that these deaths were anything other than like an individual who had like, you know, we chalk up Georgie's behavior to basically just that's his character. That's who he is. He's kind of a dickhead. He's upset about it as well. But he, you know, there's nothing he can do. And he's just kind of callous about it because that's the guy he is. But instead, what it turns out, and in retrospect it falls apart even more, is that he did it, which is weird enough, but also that he's remorseful about it. Like, he resents having to do it. He resents taking the fall for it, you know? So just... And what is this reaction? I mentioned it the first time we watched it, but I'm mentioning it again. So I fucking killed him, and I do it again. What is that reaction to this situation? Everything else about most of this process is, it's not my fault. I fucking hate the guy. You know, give him hell for me. Instead, he's standing up with his guts falling out, saying to his like dying breath, more or less, that he'd do it again. What? It doesn't fit the character at all. And there, as best I can tell, there is no version of this where that does make sense. Like, it's not even a case, like I mentioned at the end of the last episode, that, you know, we picked dialogue options that don't align with the response that ends up being given. It's just out of the blue. It's inconsistent with his character.
'Cause it's not my fault. The crooked man gave the order. He told me to kill them. And then he fucking sold me out. The both of you can go rot in hell.
Georgie.
You think I'm the one to fucking blame?
That's not what I meant. I was just
I
trying
know what you were trying to do. You're trying to lay this all on me. You and everyone else.
You're not thinking. Georgie, you know that's not what I meant.
Then what was that? He calls me a murderer and you're gonna fucking take his side? Go ahead and kill me then. But it won't bring back Lily or Faith. It won't free your friend Narissa. And I'm just the sap taking the fall for the whole thing. It must be so easy being you. Just come in here and blame me for all this shit. Job's done, right? George is the bad guy. It's all his fucking fault. But what was I supposed to do? You don't know what it's like, Bigby. How could you know? At the end of the day, you're just like him. Coming here, talking about options. Like it was that simple. I would have lost everything. All of it. So maybe I did have a choice. But it wasn't fucking worth it. What would you have me do? Kill her?
Georgie, don't.
It was them or Vivian. So you tell me, if freeing Lily meant she had to die, do you still think I had a fucking choice?
What are you doing?
I told you, you don't know the fuck about anything.
Hey, leave her out of this, Georgie.
This is the original. The
I think
girl with
short
the
of
ribbon.
beating
I'm sure
Georgie's
you've heard
ass
the
to a
stories.
pulp before this
Couldn't
point,
take it off, couldn't talk about it. She
I don't
used
think
her little
there's
purple
any
ribbon to
changes.
make more of them. To keep our girls quiet, to ensure absolute discretion.
You promised you wouldn't.
All that magic is connected to this little thing. You remove hers, and the spell's broken.
how is she
They're all free.
replicating them?
But you know what happens to her? The same thing that happened to Faith. So don't you come in here and tell me I fucked up.
What the hell, Georgie? We were supposed to look out for each other. I trusted you.
You can't fucking blame me. You're not innocent here either.
I know that. But did it have to be like this? You sold me out.
Welcome to the club, then.
You have to understand, nobody was supposed to die. When we built this place, it was just a stupid idea. A gimmick. Discretion is our guarantee.
Except for you
That's
knew
how
the
it
magic
started
was
anyway.
real.
This was
And you knew
supposed
that
to be
people
our
would die.
place.
Nobody was supposed to
We were gonna
die.
be
That
in
doesn't.
charge for once,
You
and
knew
nobody
it.
would try
That's
to control
exactly what it
us
was.
or use us. That was the point. Then the crooked man showed up, and everything just turned to shit.
So, do you get it now? Why I couldn't just... If you still think it's so fucking simple, then you do it. Go right
Sorry.
ahead.
Just keep bumping the mic.
Kill her then.
What are you doing?
Break the spell. Save the fucking day.
Stop it!
I told you, sometimes all your options are shit.
I'm not playing this game, Georgie. I won't kill her.
Don't talk about me like I'm not even here. Please. You think this is hard for you? My life is such a fucking burden on your conscience. Don't I get a say? It's my life. Like it was either of yours to give up in the first place.
You're right. It's your life.
I know what I've done.
Oh my god, why is this
I'm
playing
sick
out
of
like
everyone
this?
thinking that they can just do what they want with my life. I thought it would be different here. But it's all the fucking same.
Vivian, I didn't mean...
Do you think I wanted to be this person? What I did to Faith and Lily? To all of them.
Vivian, wait.
Every day I have to look Gwen and Hans in the eye and pretend I don't care. I have to forget what I've done to them. What I took away from them.
I wish I could fast
Look
forward
at
through this and
Nerissa,
just see if
and
it goes
I
differently.
hate myself.
Vivian.
I can't pretend anymore.
What are you doing?
Vivian, don't.
Goodbye,
Vivian,
Georgie.
no!
What did she say? It's
Fuck.
not subtitled.
No, 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 no! Why'd you have to do that, Vivian? Vivian! Shit!
Damn it!
Vivian, I didn't fucking mean it. I was just... Oh.
Okay. We're gonna try this one more time. If it isn't if it isn't completely obvious that it's going differently, I'm going to skip on. Don't feel compelled to watch this either if Huh. So we have to load the save file, then choose which one of these to go with, then rewind and change the slot to drop it in. Huh. Don't feel compelled to watch this. If it's not doing this is just my
How
curiosity,
did this
basically.
happen, Georgie?
It's
How did it get this?
it's worth putting the video up for me, but normally
It was supposed
I
to
wouldn't do
end
this either.
with fa-
This is like very much in the vein of I don't like doing this because it taints the good experience I did have. But this is such a mess that like my curiosity
I hope you come to
trumps
your senses.
my interest in the sanctity of the story.
But of course, you're too much of an idiot to see that. Or maybe you just like me too much to let me go.
Please, Sheriff. Haven't you done enough? Look at him. He's dying.
Get out of the way. Now.
No. It isn't his fault.
He's a murderer. Faith and Lily, he's the reason they're dead.
Look, I know he made a few mistakes. We all have.
What?
He made sure they couldn't talk with those damn
I'm stopping. I have to look this up. I can't just stand here and watch the same shit over and over. Vivian, let's look up Vivian. Apparently what she says is goodbye, Georgie. Yep. Yeah, okay, so she has to die. I thought that might be the case, but something about it didn't
ribbons. And
make me feel good about that. So, well, I mean, yeah, of course I don't feel good about that. It feels like shit. The whole scene just sucks. It's unpleasant. It's unpleasant to experience. Okay. So, we are going to crash the game. We're going to skip ahead. Again. Whoops. Ah, shit. Where even was my cursor there? It wasn't on continue.
How did this happen, Georgie? How did it get this?
Why is there not a load button? Come on. There's 2 more scenes I want to see play out differently. So I need to change the save file again. Change it to this one. Then go back. Go to... I don't want to play this whole scene. Why is this not 2 separate scenes? Whatever. So I guess I have to fight Mary again. But that's okay. Wait, what?
What, are you blind?
What?
You don't see there's a line? I've been standing here a half hour already. You get to just walk in? Must be nice being the sheriff. Do whatever the fuck you like.
Did I click the wrong thing? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. What? That was from episode 2 or something. What is going on here? This is what I clicked before, right? Did it just load the wrong thing?
I mean, your eyes.
Oh my god.
Teeth.
This is
You're not
also
really
wrong.
supposed
This
to
is
do
the
that, are
beginning
you?
of 5. Holy shit, game. You're really... This is an interesting bug. Save files. What? Why does it think I'm in episode 1? Okay. Let's do this again. See, if this just bugs out, I guess I'll have to give up, but rewind. Choose a save file to copy. What? I almost want to see if this is broken. Is the scene broken? Is this just gonna like unbreak or double
Don't see
break?
There's a line. I've been standing here a half hour already.
Fuck
Wait
off,
to just
Grim.
walk in? Must be nice being the sheriff. Do whatever the fuck you like. Fucker.
Yes, I see. Because you are the one bringing this to me, Miss Snow.
This is not the experience I expected to be having right now. Let's try something different. What happens if I... Is it just this scene that's bugged? What happens if I load this? Is the whole save file fucked?
I mean,
It
your
is.
eyes and the teeth.
But why? Presumably it's not the save slot, it's just a file. So, let's change the save file. Now we get to watch my troubleshooting skills at work. As I try and figure out what's wrong with the game. Let's go one ahead. Save to a different slot. I know we're changing multiple variables, but... Shut up.
I know. But we have to do something.
Are you
Okay.
fucking...
So, that one loaded fine. So now we eliminate the location-based problem by taking this save and rolling back one scene. So, this should bug if I am guessing at the problem correctly, which is that there's a problem in the code where the scene, the scene value for that they have set for loading from that scene is, it's not the wrong value. It's probably it's probably a... No, it's not an invalid string. It's got to have some sort of flat, like, unparsable value in it. And that's why you're having inconsistent results. Loading the same thing. boy, that's weird. Okay. I should probably... I'm not going to edit this. If I cared to edit this, I would put a value in 20 minutes ago, or a time code 20 minutes ago, to tell you to skip to this point. So that, or when to skip to find the right thing. Oh, wait a minute. This is going to be bugged too, isn't it?
I mean,
Yep.
You're right.
So it's not just, yeah, so it's writing some invalid value or with a wild card or something to the save file, because the save file's actually wrecked. Because loading back to a different point also doesn't work. Okay. We'll do this the right way. The slow way, but not as slow as me trying this over and over again. I don't know why you're still watching this. Okay. Change save file. Load save 2. Roll back to this. Then overwrite this one. That proves it's the file and the location, not the slot or the media.
How did this happen, Georgie?
Yep.
How did it get this?
Don't worry.
It was supposed to end with Faith and Lily, and now the sheriff is chasing us through the streets.
Well, it won't be your fault. It'll all land on me in the end.
I kind of want to hear this play out.
Here. It's gonna be okay. We'll get you fixed up. Maybe Swinehart.
Swinehart don't give a shit about us.
We have to do something, Georgie.
Shush, love. We'll be all right.
I can't believe the crooked man just gave you up like that.
Oh, I should have seen it coming. A man's word isn't worth shit around here. You forget that and you're left picking your fucking guts up off the floor.
Well, you still have me. And I'm gonna get you out of here before...
Just give me a minute.
I'm shocked there's this much dialogue. Okay, we just have to see this scene through, this horrible scene that I really didn't want to watch more than once, but
Shit.
had to know.
Hello, Bigby. I hoped you'd come to your senses. Crooked man's the one you want. But of course, you're too much of an idiot to see that. Or maybe you just like me too much to let me go. That it, Sheriff? I had to say your goodbyes first.
There is one thing I haven't tried in
Please,
this
Sheriff.
scene. It's not going to fix the
Haven't
thing
you
I
done
care
enough?
about.
Look at him. He's dying.
You can't seriously want to protect this guy. You know what he did.
I'm not going anywhere. It isn't his fault.
He's a murderer. Faith and Lily, he's the reason they're dead.
Look, I know he made a few mistakes.
As
We
usual
all
with
have.
Telltale and many other
He made
games,
sure they couldn't talk
they
with those
just...
damn ribbons, and then he
So
killed
much
them.
of it could
You're
have been
wearing
fixed
one
with
yourself.
just talk.
Doesn't that bother you even a little?
Just
knowing that
explain
man
yourselves.
murdered-
Of course it does. Those girls.
So
they
it's
were-
all my fucking fault then.
I
You
didn't mean-
fucking... You're gonna throw me to the fucking wolf too? You know I didn't have a goddamn choice. What the fuck? I did what I had to! You can't fucking blame me for that.
Why'd you do it then, huh? If it's not your fault, then what the fuck happened?
Look, Faith and the others tried to pull a run on us. And as you can imagine, the crooked
Vivian's turn is just so viscerally upsetting. I mean, one, because it's very out of the blue, and very poorly
So he told me to take care of it. You think I don't know what that means?
poorly
Either I
shown
do
off
what
from
he
the
says or
beginning.
I'm the one getting dealt with. So
But
I
also
fucking
the fact
killed
that she goes from
him,
like
and I'd do it
defending him
again.
and being like
'Cause it's not my fault.
the
The
more
crooked man
upstanding
gave
of the
the
two
order.
to
He
like
told me to
30
kill her.
seconds later I'm
And
like,
then he
oh, I'll kill
fucking
myself.
sold me out. The both of you can go rot in hell.
Georgie.
You think I'm the one to fucking blame?
That's not what I meant. I was just trying
I know what you were trying to do. You're trying to lay this all on me. You and everyone else.
You're not thinking. Georgie, you know that's not what I meant.
Then what was that? He calls me a murderer and you're gonna fucking take his side? Go ahead and kill me then. But it won't bring back Lily or Faith. It won't free your friend Narissa. And I'm just the sap taking the fall for the whole thing. It must be so easy being you. Just come in here and blame me for all this shit. Job's done, right?
I don't
George is
even
the
know
bad
why
guy.
we moved to
It's
this
all his
location
fucking
except
fault.
for maybe framing. But it seems to me like if he was laying there
What was I
in
supposed
the
to do?
in the
You
booth
don't know what it's
holding
like,
his
baby.
gut,
How
that
could you know?
not only
At
would
the
it
end of
make
the
for a
day,
better
just like
shot,
him,
but it would be
coming
much more
here
compelling
talking
in
about
terms of
options.
like the power
Like it was that
showing the
simple.
power
I would
dichotomy.
have lost everything, all of it. So maybe I did have a choice.
And it
but
would just
wasn't
make more
fucking
logical
worth it.
sense of, hey, your guts are falling out, maybe don't stand up here.
What would you have me do? Kill her?
Georgie, don't.
It was them or Vivian. So you tell me, if freeing Lily meant she had to die, do you still think I had a fucking choice?
What are you doing?
What are you talking about?
This is the original. The girl with the ribbon. I'm sure you've heard the stories. Couldn't take it off, couldn't talk about it. She used her little purple ribbon to make more of them. To keep our girls quiet. To ensure absolute discretion.
You promised you wouldn't.
All that magic is connected to this little thing. You remove hers, and the spell's broken. They're all free. But you know what happens to her? The same thing that happened to Faith. So don't you come in here and tell me I fucked up.
What the hell, Georgie?
What was the whole
We were
scene
supposed
with
to look out for each other. I trusted you.
You can't fucking blame me. You're not innocent here either.
I don't want to pause this too much because I don't want to drag out this bonus. God, we've already been in this bonus episode for 50 minutes. This is going to go on way too long. I'm sorry. What was the whole crime scene then, right? The ritualistic murder scene? Why is there so much blood? What is all the, like, there's some hints that it's Georgie, like the cigarettes, which we finally get confirmation of in that first scene. But like, it doesn't make sense with the truth of the matter that comes out after. Nor why, if it's his venue, why would he not clean up after it? Or do it there to begin with? Why? It just doesn't make any sense. It just like breaks a bunch of... I don't know why I didn't bring that up before. I was only kind of half thinking it at the time, but now that I have more time to digest it, it's just...
Those were your ribbons? You're in on this?
The more I think about the
thought
early
you
game, the
cared
more
about
it falls
I do.
apart. I'll probably
course I
rewatch
do.
my whole
You have
recording
to
series and then I'll
understand,
get more and
nobody
more
was
mad.
supposed to die. When we built this place, it was just a stupid idea, a gimmick. Discretion is our guarantee. That's how it started, anyway. This was supposed to be our place. We were going to be in charge for once,
Yes,
and nobody
yes,
would
come
try
on.
to control us or use us. That was the point. Then the crooked man showed up, and everything just turned to shit.
So, do you get it now? Why I couldn't just... If you still think it's so fucking simple, then you do it. Go right ahead. Kill her then.
I would never do
What
that.
are you doing?
Break the spell. Save the fucking day.
We'll find another way. She doesn't have to die. Maybe the
Don't
witches
talk
can...
about me like I'm not even here. Please. You think this is hard for you? My life is such a fucking burden on your conscience. Don't I get a say? It's my life. Like it was either of yours to give up in the first place.
Vivian, I'm not gonna kill you.
I know that.
Wait.
I'm sick of everyone thinking that they can just do what they want with my life. I thought it would be different here. But it's all the fucking...
Vivian, I didn't mean...
Do you think I wanted to be this person? What I did to Faith and Lily, to all of them.
I mean, talking about the psychology of suicide is a topic that does not belong in this video and is much too long for it anyway, but like, this just doesn't make sense.
I look at Nerissa.
No matter how you unpack it.
Vivian!
I can't pretend anymore.
What are you doing?
Vivian! Don't! Vivian! No! Fuck!
I don't think she does say goodbye, Georgie. I think the wiki is wrong.
Why'd you have to do that, Vivian?
He says something, Georgie, but I don't think it's goodbye.
Shit!
There are too many syllables in there.
Vivian, I didn't fucking mean it. I was just...
So the only thing I want to do here is I do want to kill him, because I want to see what happens. I want to see how he chooses to do it. I think it's going to be as unsatisfying and or upsetting as I think, but...
Oh, fuck!
Get up. Get up!
Don't think so, Bigby. I'm gonna die.
He's got a fucking chest tattoo that says
that.
"Kiss the
Just
girl."
make sure you give the crooked man the same
Fucking
treatment
Sebastian.
when you find him. Really fuck him up for me, alright?
I do also want to hear this dialogue.
Shouldn't you be more worried about yourself here?
Just wanted a nice image to part on. Old foundry by the river. Alright?
It's better than nothing.
Works. He'll be there. Fucking asshole. You wanna finish me off now? Or do you plan to kick me around a little first? Rip my limbs off one by one? That's what you wanna do, right? Well, whatever it is, just get it over with.
That's not who I am.
Prove it then. No more games, alright? We both know how this ends. Just make it quick.
All right, Georgie.
Really? In the gut? That's how we do it? Wolf in the gut. Not even in his heart. We're ripping out his intestines to kill him. That's, ugh. Not only is that disgusting, it's like, it probably wouldn't kill him. If he's not dead already, like, the shock might kill him, but the wound won't. Or probably won't. Like, intestines slash, you know, digestive organs falling out of your body is, well, not typically something you survive, something that has been regularly documented, especially in wartime, as something that people tend to continue living through briefly. Yeah, I mean, that kill is really worse than I ever thought it would be. I suppose it's better than, like, ripping his head off. At least in terms of, like, your personal feelings about how viscerally he's executed, but in purely technical terms, it's a pretty bad way to do things. One of the worst. I am glad that I mean, well, I was about to say they don't have the option of full-on sadist Big B, but they kind of do.
The big bad wolf.
Not in clever ways, but in the, like, hey, you step on his wound kind of
You
ways, which
used
is
to be
just
something.
the cheapest kind. Let's just walk past
They
this,
used to
doesn't
fear
matter.
you. They'd hide anywhere, their small shivering
This is
bones.
very bad, because this does not come into play. It's just an interesting set piece. And he is looking at the item which I can't see, which is an interactable. Which also doesn't have any meaning. Oh god, this controls are fucked up.
Silver.
The big bad wolf. It's about time you showed up.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Ah, Bigby. I see you made it here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you've finished, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Get out of my way.
That's the problem, it will. It's gonna take me
Make
like
this
10 minutes to
worse.
get through it again.
He doesn't want to play.
I'm sure you'll persuade him.
Wow. What a man. Stealing punches while my back is turned? Didn't your mother ever teach you to fight proper?
Properly. Okay. Let's do this. Come on. I take it back. That does come into play very briefly while we stand on top of it. Let's try the other option this time. Wait a minute. I selected this one before, and I still walked over here. Didn't I? Or is it actually going to be different? I guess it is different. Oh, I'm... Okay, this one actually makes more sense. Because I'm doing the shimmy through a place I can't really get through, instead of across a big, wide thing. Wait, what? Oh, God. That was so quick. That was unbelievably quick. And again, I don't think they matter. It's not like I'm more wounded or have to fail in some capacity or go back. That one literally didn't have an option. Those three I hit. And I still... I hit the buttons and I still got hit anyway.
Come out and face me.
That's almost a better reveal coming out of the mist like that. Yeah, so no matter what I choose, I get hit by her. I either get hit without a fight, or I swing and get hit as a result. All this to see one thing. Yes, yes. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Give me a skip. Oh, excuse me. Now it's actually getting a little bit late. Seeing that I've been recording this for more than an hour already. Look at all this non-fighting. Stock knife sound. It bothers me that they don't show that transformation. I know why, but like, come on. It's such a cool design that showing another transitional reveal would be awesome. I said suplex before, but it's more like a back body drop or something. Oh, that one's new. Look at these, shinobi running out of the fucking door. This is so much limper without him, like, doing a howl at the same time. It's literally him blowing, which is just goofy. Come on. You know, it's funny, because I was wondering about that, because that interaction there, it looks like she's about to take out his eye or give him a cut on his cheek or something like that, and then it doesn't happen. And I was thinking that was weird, and then during the trial, he's got a cut on his cheek. Like a big gash, like several inches long. I suppose I could have let her do it and see what happened, but I think it's probably just a failure. I don't know. I'm trying to make too much sense of this game. I shouldn't have recorded this at all. What am I doing? Okay, so what I wanted to see is if I execute him here. The question is, which execution do I want to do? Because I don't think I can reload.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds 6 rounds of I won't miss next time.
Huh. I figured that one I would just
Before
knock the
you do
gun
anything,
at early.
I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want.
Snow's not here. You're dealing with me now.
That may be true, but I'd advise against defying your new boss, at least for the time being.
I
You
would
will
be
bring me
surprised if
back
there was more than one
alive.
actual kill.
Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial.
You need to tell me right now. We're not going anywhere until I get some answers from you.
If you want answers, you're going to have to cooperate with me. Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just
Who in
a
this case already
precaution. I'm
fired
sure
the
you
gun.
Understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
Maybe you didn't carry it out, but I don't think Georgie was lying when he said you ordered their deaths.
Georgie would have said anything to save himself. We both know that. I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
Wow, that's just brushed
And I
over.
will.
Instead of me
As
retorting
long
with,
as
well,
you
he's
agree to
dead,
my
so not a
terms.
lot of reason.
Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. I don't mean to belabor the point, but just so we're clear, if you change
Maybe
your
he
mind
goes in
and decide
the
to do
molten
something
metal.
stupid,
I
you
suppose
won't
that
get
would
your
make
answers,
sense.
but you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth?
This is about protecting Fabletown. When some asshole murders 2 of our people, it's my job to bring them down.
Then why are you here? You know who murdered them. Georgie. He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt
I didn't think about it before, but the game isn't just gonna end when I kill him.
I'm that stupid?
How's it gonna
I
go?
understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle. You know, I'm actually looking forward to seeing Miss White again. My previous interactions with her have gone rather well.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I wanted to...
What do
Oh,
you say?
fuck.
Fine. I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
Can I go back? Because after this, it's just going to go to the next scene, right? I fucked it up. And if I want to see it, it's going to be another... It's going to be another 15 minutes. I can't do that to you guys, but I'll see if I can load it. Yeah, I know, Ice Maker. I fucked it up. My bad. Will at least load this time because, it actually loaded. Interesting. So this is a separate scene.
Hello,
it has a separate. This has a separate scene value in the save.
Right now.
In the context
This
of the
gun holds
save.
6 rounds of specially designed silver bullets. Now, I may not be the best.
Now I want to
shot,
pick
but
apart
I
the
can
code.
guarantee that at least one bolt will meet its
It's a
mark,
fascinating
and
bug.
You'll find yourself rolling on the floor in agony, unable to heal yourself. Without Swinehart to save you.
Yeah.
you'll die.
Yes. Shut up.
Is that reason enough for you? Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want.
Snow's not here. You're dealing with me now.
That may be true, but I'd advise against defying your new boss, at least for the time being. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask
Not in
for
this
is the chance
timeline.
to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial.
How about I bring your corpse back to the woodlands instead?
You're not going to kill me.
You'd bet your life on that?
Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't
This
kill
gets
those
more and
women.
more inconsistent
And
the
think
more
you
I
know
play
that.
it.
All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
If you're not a killer, then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's
Wow.
still a lot you have to answer for.
Sloppy.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. And I don't think I'm being unreasonable. If you decide to do something stupid, like murder me, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero? Because those are two very different things. You're smart, I'll admit that. So what I just don't understand is why you're here. I mean, you want to catch your killer, right? Georgie. He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going?
So, we're an hour and 15 minutes into this video, and there's at least 2 more scenes I want to see out with him dead and then another otherwise. I'm going to cut the video here. I know it's cliffhangery. I know it's a little bit of a jerk move, but that's what I'm going to do. I'll see you guys next time.